The Sahel, a swathe of land stretching across Africa, is a region often painted in hues of hardship and struggle. Yet it is from this very soil that stories of resilience, courage, and hope also emerge. In Burkina Faso, a landlocked nation in the heart of the Sahel, a new chapter is being written, and at its forefront stands Ibrahim Traoré, a young leader who has captured the imagination of a continent yearning for change. Traoré's story is not one of privilege or entitlement. It is a narrative deeply rooted in the realities of Burkina Faso, a country grappling with poverty, terrorism, and the lingering shadows of colonialism. His journey from humble beginnings to the highest office in the land is a testament to the power of unwavering conviction and the audacity to dare to dream of a brighter future. Ibrahim Traoré's ascent to power is inextricably linked to the legacy of Thomas Sankara, the iconic Burkinabe revolutionary who, in the 1980s, dared to envision a self-reliant and truly independent Burkina Faso. Sankara's vision, tragically cut short by assassination, has found new life in Traoré, who has embraced the mantle of Pan-Africanism and economic emancipation. The world watches with bated breath as Traoré, with unwavering determination, charts a new course for Burkina Faso, one that challenges the old order and seeks to redefine the nation's place in the world. His story is still being written, but its early chapters already offer a glimpse into the transformative potential of leadership that is both courageous and compassionate. A beacon of hope, not just for Burkina Faso, but for the entire African continent. Ibrahim Traoré's story begins in the town of Bondoukoui, a testament to the fact that greatness can emerge from the most unassuming of places. Born into modest circumstances, Traoré's upbringing was marked by the values of humility, hard work, and a deep-seated love for his country. These early years instilled in him an acute understanding of the struggles faced by ordinary Burkinabe, shaping his worldview and fueling his desire to create a more equitable society. Excelling in his studies, Traoré's sharp intellect was evident from a young age. He pursued higher education at the University of Ouagadougou, where he immersed himself in the world of geology, a discipline that would later inform his understanding of Burkina Faso's rich natural resources. Beyond his academic pursuits, Traoré was an active participant in student life, engaging in debates and discussions that reflected his growing political consciousness. Driven by a profound sense of duty, Traoré embarked on a career in the military, a path that would test his mettle and ultimately propel him to the forefront of Burkinabe politics. He distinguished himself through his dedication, rising through the ranks and earning the respect of his peers. Traoré's military service took him beyond the borders of Burkina Faso, participating in UN peacekeeping missions in Mali, where he witnessed firsthand the devastating impacts of conflict and instability. It was during his time in the military that Traoré's frustration with the government's inability to address the escalating security threats facing Burkina Faso grew. The lack of resources for the army, coupled with a perceived disconnect between the ruling elite and the realities on the ground, fueled his discontent. Traoré's outspoken nature and his ability to articulate the concerns of his fellow soldiers led to him becoming a spokesperson for the disillusioned within the military. This pivotal role would ultimately position him to lead a movement that would reshape the destiny of Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traoré's leadership is profoundly informed by the legacy of Thomas Sankara, the revolutionary figure who continues to inspire generations of Burkinabe and Pan-Africanists worldwide. Sankara's vision, characterized by its unwavering commitment to national sovereignty, social justice, and economic self-reliance, resonates deeply with Traoré, who sees in Sankara's ideals a blueprint for a truly liberated Burkina Faso. At the heart of Traoré's agenda is the pursuit of economic emancipation, a break from the shackles of neocolonialism that have long hampered Burkina Faso's development. Like Sankara, Traoré recognizes that true independence cannot be achieved without economic sovereignty. He has boldly declared that Burkina Faso will no longer be beholden to the dictates of international financial institutions, choosing instead to chart its own course towards sustainable and equitable growth. Central to Traoré's vision is the empowerment of the Burkinabe people. He understands that true progress must be rooted in the collective will and determination of the citizenry. This belief is reflected in his emphasis on education, healthcare, and access to basic services, ensuring that all Burkinabe have the opportunity to reach their full potential. Traoré's commitment to social justice extends beyond Burkina Faso's borders. He is a vocal advocate for Pan-Africanism, believing in the power of African unity to address the continent's shared challenges. His foreign policy reflects this vision, prioritizing cooperation and solidarity with other African nations. Ibrahim Traoré's leadership represents a bold departure from the status quo, a resounding echo of Sankara's revolutionary spirit that reverberates throughout Burkina Faso and beyond. His unwavering belief in the potential of his people, coupled with his commitment to economic justice and Pan-African unity, has ignited a sense of hope and possibility not just within Burkina Faso, but across the African continent. Ibrahim Traoré's vision for a self-reliant Burkina Faso is deeply intertwined with his commitment to radical economic reforms aimed at breaking the cycle of dependency and unleashing the nation's untapped potential. His approach, often described as Sankarian in its boldness, has sent shockwaves through the corridors of power, challenging the established economic order and redefining the rules of engagement. One of Traoré's most significant moves has been the nationalization of Burkina Faso's gold mines, a decision met with both celebration and apprehension. For years, the profits from these mines, a source of immense wealth, flowed primarily into the coffers of foreign corporations, leaving the Burkinabe people with little more than environmental degradation and a fraction of the true value of their resources. Traoré's decisive action reclaims Burkina Faso's patrimony, redirecting the profits from these mines towards national development and the betterment of the Burkinabe people. Beyond the nationalization of key industries, Traoré's government has embarked on an ambitious program of industrialization, seeking to move Burkina Faso up the value chain and create a more diversified and resilient economy. New factories are springing up across the country, producing everything from textiles to pharmaceuticals, reducing Burkina Faso's reliance on imports and creating much-needed jobs. Recognizing that true economic progress must be built on a solid foundation, Traoré has prioritized investment in infrastructure. New roads are being constructed, connecting rural communities to markets and services, while the expansion of the Ouagadougou-Donsin Airport aims to transform Burkina Faso into a regional transportation hub. Traoré's economic vision extends beyond industrial development, recognizing the vital role of agriculture in Burkina Faso's economy. His government has implemented policies to support smallholder farmers, providing them with access to credit, improved seeds, and modern farming techniques. These efforts are already bearing fruit, with Burkina Faso experiencing a surge in agricultural production, enhancing food security and boosting rural incomes. Education, healthcare, and the Burkinabe identity. Ibrahim Traoré's commitment to social transformation extends beyond economic reforms, encompassing a holistic vision that prioritizes the well-being and empowerment of the Burkinabe people. At the heart of this vision lies a firm belief in the transformative power of education and healthcare, two pillars upon which a just and prosperous society must be built. Traoré's government has made significant strides in expanding access to education, particularly in rural areas where access has historically been limited. New schools are being built, equipped with modern facilities and staffed with qualified teachers, ensuring that every child, regardless of their background, has the opportunity to receive a quality education. This emphasis on education is not merely about imparting knowledge, but about fostering critical thinking, encouraging innovation, and nurturing a new generation of Burkinabe leaders. Recognizing that a healthy population is essential for national development, Traoré has placed healthcare high on his agenda. Investment in healthcare infrastructure has increased, with new hospitals and clinics being built and equipped with modern medical equipment. Efforts are also underway to train more doctors and nurses, ensuring that quality healthcare is accessible to all Burkinabe, particularly in underserved rural communities. Traoré's commitment to social justice extends beyond the provision of basic services, encompassing a broader vision of cultural renewal and the affirmation of the Burkinabe identity. He has been a vocal critic of the lingering influence of colonialism on Burkinabe society, particularly in the realms of education and culture. His government has implemented policies to promote and preserve Burkina Faso's rich cultural heritage, from supporting traditional music and dance to promoting local languages. Traoré's emphasis on cultural identity is not merely symbolic. It is about reclaiming the Burkinabe narrative, fostering a sense of pride in one's heritage, and creating a more inclusive and equitable society. His vision is one where all Burkinabe, regardless of their ethnicity, religion, or social background, feel a sense of belonging and have the opportunity to contribute to the nation's progress. Challenging the neo-colonial grip Burkina Faso's pivot to Russia. Ibrahim Traoré's leadership has ushered in a period of seismic shifts in Burkina Faso's foreign policy, challenging the traditional geopolitical order and forging new alliances on the world stage. At the heart of this transformation lies a decisive pivot away from France, the former colonial power whose influence has long loomed large over Burkina Faso, and towards Russia, a nation viewed by Traoré as a more reliable and supportive partner. This strategic realignment is driven by a number of factors, chief among them being Traoré's determination to break free from the shackles of neo-colonialism. He sees France's continued economic and military presence in Burkina Faso as a vestige of its colonial past, a hindrance to Burkina Faso's true independence and development. Traoré's decision to sever ties with France, a move that sent shockwaves through the region, is a bold declaration of Burkina Faso's sovereignty and its right to determine its own destiny. Russia, on the other hand, has emerged as a key ally for Traoré's Burkina Faso. Moscow's willingness to engage with Burkina Faso on equal terms, without the baggage of colonialism, has resonated with Traoré, who views Russia as a partner that respects Burkina Faso's sovereignty and aspirations. This burgeoning relationship has translated into tangible benefits for Burkina Faso, with Russia providing military aid to assist in the fight against terrorism, as well as investment in key sectors such as mining and energy. This shift towards Russia has not been without its critics, with some accusing Traoré of trading one form of dependency for another. However, Traoré has defended his government's foreign policy, arguing that Burkina Faso is not aligning itself with any particular bloc, but is simply pursuing its own national interests. He has made it clear that Burkina Faso is open to cooperation with all countries that respect its sovereignty and are willing to contribute to its development. Traoré's pivot towards Russia is a clear indication of Burkina Faso's determination to chart its own course in the world, free from the constraints of its colonial past. It remains to be seen how this strategic realignment will play out in the long term, but one thing is certain: Burkina Faso under Traoré's leadership is no longer content to be a pawn in someone else's game. A united Sahel, forging alliances on the African continent. Ibrahim Traoré's vision for a stronger and more independent Burkina Faso extends beyond its borders, encompassing a deep commitment to Pan-Africanism and the belief that Africa's challenges are best addressed through collective action. This vision has manifested in the formation of the Alliance of Sahel States, a regional bloc that brings together Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger in a tripartite partnership aimed at fostering stability, security, and economic integration in the Sahel. The Alliance of Sahel States, born out of a shared sense of urgency to address the multifaceted crises plaguing the Sahel, represents a departure from traditional approaches to regional integration in Africa. Unlike previous attempts at regional cooperation, often characterized by lofty ambitions and limited practical achievements, the Alliance of Sahel States is driven by a pragmatic approach focusing on concrete initiatives in areas where tangible progress can be made. Security cooperation lies at the heart of the Alliance of Sahel States agenda. The three member states, all grappling with the threat of terrorism, recognize that a coordinated and unified response is essential to effectively combating this shared enemy. The Alliance of Sahel States provides a framework for intelligence sharing, joint military operations, and the development of a common strategy to counter terrorism and transnational crime. Beyond security, the Alliance of Sahel States is committed to fostering economic integration among its member states. Recognizing that economic development is key to addressing the root causes of instability, the Alliance of Sahel States aims to create a more integrated regional economy, facilitating trade, promoting investment, and removing barriers to cross-border movement of goods and people. This focus on economic cooperation is already yielding results, with increased trade, between the three countries and joint infrastructure projects underway. The formation of the Alliance of Sahel States is a testament to Traoré's belief in the power of African solutions to African problems. It represents a rejection of the notion that Africa's destiny must be determined by external actors and a reaffirmation of the continent's capacity to chart its own course. The Alliance of Sahel States, while still in its early stages, holds the potential to transform the Sahel, not only by addressing immediate security and economic challenges, but by laying the foundation for a more integrated, prosperous and peaceful region. The People's Champion, Traoré's popularity and the fight against terrorism. Ibrahim Traoré's meteoric rise to power is inextricably linked to his unwavering commitment to tackling the scourge of terrorism that has plagued Burkina Faso for years. His decisiveness in confronting this threat, coupled with his genuine concern for the plight of ordinary Burkinabe, has earned him widespread popularity and cemented his image as a man of the people, a leader willing to put his life on the line for the safety and well-being of his nation. Traoré's approach to combating terrorism differs markedly from that of his predecessors. He has eschewed the reliance on foreign military intervention, recognizing that true security can only be achieved through a Burkinabe-led solution. Instead, he has prioritized strengthening Burkina Faso's own security forces, providing them with the training, equipment, and resources they need to effectively combat terrorism. This emphasis on bolstering Burkina Faso's own capabilities has resonated with a population weary of foreign interference. Traoré's government has also made significant strides in addressing the root causes of terrorism, such as poverty, unemployment, and marginalization. Investment in social programs, coupled with efforts to promote dialogue and reconciliation in conflict-affected areas, are beginning to yield results, fostering a sense of hope and optimism. Traoré's personal courage and his willingness to lead from the front have further endeared him to the Burkinabe people. He has made numerous visits to the front lines, meeting with soldiers and civilians alike, listening to their concerns and offering words of encouragement. His hands-on approach, a stark contrast to the often distant and detached leadership of the past, has earned him the respect and admiration of the Burkinabe people. Despite facing numerous challenges, including assassination attempts and a relentless terrorist threat, Traoré's popularity remains high. His unwavering commitment to the safety and well-being of the Burkinabe people, coupled with his bold vision for a more prosperous and independent Burkina Faso, has inspired a nation and given hope to a continent yearning for change. A legacy in the making, Traoré's Burkina Faso on the world stage. Ibrahim Traoré's leadership has propelled Burkina Faso into the global spotlight, not as a recipient of aid or a passive player on the world stage, but as a nation asserting its sovereignty, challenging the established order, and charting its own course. His bold vision for a self-reliant and prosperous Burkina Faso, coupled with his unwavering commitment to Pan-Africanism, has resonated far beyond the country's borders, inspiring a new generation of leaders and capturing the imagination of a continent yearning for change. Traoré's Burkina Faso is no longer content to be defined by its past, by the legacies of colonialism and neocolonialism that have for too long hampered its progress. Instead, it is embracing its identity as a proud and independent African nation, forging its own path towards development and charting a new course in international relations. The world watches with keen interest as Traoré's Burkina Faso navigates the complexities of the 21st century. His leadership, characterized by its boldness, its unwavering commitment to social justice, and its deep-seated belief in the potential of the African people, offers a beacon of hope, not just for Burkina Faso, but for the entire continent. Traoré's legacy is still being written, but its early chapters already offer a glimpse into the transformative power of leadership that is both courageous and compassionate, a leadership that dares to challenge the status quo and envision a brighter future. His story is a testament to the fact that true change often emerges from the most unexpected of places, reminding us that the power to shape the future lies not in the hands of the powerful, but in the hearts and minds of those who dare to dream of a better world.